Well, hello there. And this is Auntie, and I am here to do a live chat and nightcap talking all things 90 Day Fiancé, Season 5, Episode 23, Breaking Point. If this is your first time being here, please like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. And to all of my new subscribers, thank you so much for being here. And to all of my faithful subscribers who have been with me for the long haul, thank you so much for being here. Tonight is going to be a very, very controversial night. With a controversial episode, it seems like the best and the worst is coming out of everybody. And so tonight, Auntie doesn't really know how many subscribers I'm going to have after tonight. I don't have any idea. But I tell you what, hopefully you all who have been with me from the beginning know and understand your auntie and know that I am absolutely a real live human being. Yes, we come out here and we do the reviews on 90 Day Fiancé. And I think that a lot of people have gone a little, just a tad bit overboard with some things. And I see you all commenting and saying hi and all of that kind of stuff, but I won't be putting on my glasses for a while. I want to preface this by saying this. This 90 Day Fiancé thing is supposed to be fun. It's something that I enjoy doing. But I am starting to see a lot of hostility and a lot of bantering, a lot of negative comments coming up in my comment box. And I have to say to you all that I have been a little disappointed at the way that you all, well, some of you all, not everybody, but I have been a little disappointed by the way that some of you all have been acting. Some of the comments that you have been making out here while you try to put a LOL, laughing out loud, on the end of it. You have been saying things to me and to other people out here that I have felt have been, you know, borderline crossing the line with me. And I don't know how much longer I can absolutely tolerate that kind of behavior. I know that some of the people out here are peekaboo people, as you know, Lonnie B would say. You know, they're peekaboo bitches, and they come out here and they peek and they look at the reviews and they make comments, and they're not even my nieces and nephews. I am easily able to identify those people. But then there's some of you all who are subscribers to my channel who have been coming out and saying things that have really been making my ass itch. And before we, you know, get to the point where we destroy this family, or I allow you to destroy this family, I absolutely will be blocking and deleting. I think this week, and I'm really being sincere and I'm being serious about what I'm saying right now. So if you can hold your comments up, I would appreciate it. This week alone, I have had to go out and to delete probably at least 20 subscribers that have been on my channel for sending negative comments in my Gmail account and so on and so forth. I don't know how to stop these comments from coming up on this screen. And I would hate to block these comments right now because I'm being serious and I see stuff is still coming up. But I'm going to just try to ignore it for right now. I have had to block and delete probably 20 people this week because of things that they have been coming out on my channel and saying and people have been sending emails to my box and trying to hold my mouth hostage and try to tell me what I should and I should not be saying out here on my channel. At the beginning and at the end of the day, this is my channel, and I am going to say exactly what I want to say on my channel. Don't ever think because I share some parts of my life and who I am that you know me. You really don't know me, and I am your auntie, and at the same time I'm going to correct you when you need to be corrected. I'm going to block you when I need to block you, and I'm going to delete you when I need to delete you. And that is not something that I desire to do. This is a channel that is growing, and I really do appreciate the growth. But with the growth, I'm seeing that, some weeds are coming up, and I don't like it at all. So I am just warning you, if you're going to come out here and you're going to make a comment, you don't, say your comment, say what you have to say, and don't put an LOL behind it. Sarah, I'm hoping that you are out here and that you are, dealing with the comments and stuff like that. I never thought that I would have to put somebody as a moderator on my channel. I am one of the few YouTubers who come out and try to create a family atmosphere, give you an opportunity to make comments, read your comments, and all of that kind of stuff, and don't tape everything and just take a video, tape it in my home, and just plop it up here. I'm someone who comes out here and I'm trying to create a family atmosphere, but at the same time, what you're not going to do is come out here and disrespect me. And I see Sarah is on the job. You're not going to disrespect me. And there's a way of saying what you have to say without being disrespectful. Now, I know that you all have had comments that you have made about Ashley. And you did not like, Ashley, you didn't like her throwing water on her father. You didn't like, different things that were, that you saw on the episode. But at the same time, Ashley came out and said, as a preface, she came out and said, you know what? There's going to be some things that some people are going to think I'm disrespectful. Okay. Then I have people that come out on my channel and they say, you know what, Auntie, you're a hypocrite. Auntie, you're just, you let Ashley get a pass because, she did a Skype with you. The hell with you. Why would you think that I would compromise my channel because somebody did a Skype interview with me like I'm some pressed ass woman out on the street? And the only reason why I'm sympathetic and understanding to what Ashley did was because she did a Skype interview with me. You think that little of me, you call yourself one of my subscribers, one of my nieces and nephews, and you will come out here and call me a hypocrite and call yourself telling me about myself? Let me tell you something. I'm probably going to lose some subscribers tonight, but I'm keeping it all the way 100 like I always do. I'm not going to change. Now, my wig is, different. My look is different tonight. But I'm not going to change it. I'm going to be authentically who I am. So you all feel like because I was sympathetic to what Ashley went through, that I felt like I understood what she went through, that I know information and have information that you don't have about why Ashley did what she did. Now, all of a sudden, I'm a hypocrite because you feel like Ashley disrespected her father. And I was going to save this to the end, but you know what? It's making my ass, it's so bad I can't even save it until the end. You feel like you have a right to come out here and call me a hypocrite because of how you feel that Ashley disrespected her father. Well, guess what? Yeah, I said that a child who disrespects his parent is going to have children honor your parents all the days of your life so that your life will be long on the earth. That is a scripture that I stand on. But I also stand on a scripture that says, parents, provoke not your children to wrath. Don't cause your children to be angry with you. And it's so easy to sit out here and point a finger at Ashley. Sit out here and point a finger at Ashley when her own biological father has not been present in her life. Comes up into her life after not seeing her for 2 years We ain't going to talk about all the stuff that happened before. We're talking about the 2 years he hasn't seen her, and he sits her at a table and tells her that he engaged when he had ample opportunity to tell her before. And you think that you're perfect and that you wouldn't have reacted some kind of way, or that you wouldn't have said something out of your mouth that may have come across to somebody disrespectful out of your frustration and anger with your biological father. While I am not excusing Ashley's behavior, I do understand it. But how dare you come out on my channel with an LOL and an LMAO and think that you're going to call me a hypocrite and it's going to be okay with me? It's not okay. Don't put an LOL out there. Call me a bitch. Say whatever you want to say. If you're going to come out there and call me a hypocrite, keep it all the way 100. I'll have more respect for you. If you didn't laugh about it, say what you got to say. Now, is Ashley going to pay for the disrespect? Absolutely she will. When her child throws something in her face, it'll remind her of what she did. We all make mistakes. We all do. But for you to call me a hypocrite, let me take this off because this is just shining in this daggone thing and I don't like it. We all make mistakes. And Ashley reacted. And no, I'm not excusing her behavior. I am not excusing Ashley's behavior, but I understand. And if you listen to what I said I would have cut somebody. And guess what? I would have paid for what I did. I would have paid for what I did. And then you in the comment section arguing back and forth with each other about a damn TV show. And I'm coming out here doing reviews on the TV show and you taking it so serious, y'all. Come on, lighten up. I should not have to feel like I don't even want to go out there because of this bickering and this arguing and these nasty comments that's going back where you arguing back and forth with each other and not making allowances. Love makes allowances. But what you're not going to do is send me an email in my email box and tell me that I'm a hypocrite and I'm this and I'm that. Just don't come to the channel. You don't like what I say, don't come. Like I'm not at your house forcing you to be here. But I can have my opinion. Isn't that what you like about Auntie? You know, it's like, damn if you do and damn if you don't. Auntie, we want you to be in a box and we want you to be the person we want you to be. We want you to fit in this little square box. And you can't change, and you can't have sympathy, and you can't have compassion. The hell with that. You said something, you stick to it. When your life ain't perfect, how the hell you gonna come out here? It's easy to sit behind that icon and make a judgment call. It's easy to do that. It's easy to come out and say it's but you ain't on it. You're not on there putting yourself out there. I put myself out here week after week. And I do it because I love and appreciate you all. But I be god dang if I'm gonna be a slave and somebody gonna tell me, well, I'ma unsubscribe to you because you was disrespectful and you was this and that and you was this. Boo, don't say it, just do it. Do what you gotta do. Do what you gotta do. But you're not gonna send me a nasty email in my box and call yourself telling me, oh, I'm a grown ass woman. I don't pick on none of y'all. I don't disrespect none of y'all. I come out here and I do reviews. I don't disrespect y'all. I don't call y'all out y'all name. I don't do that to y'all. And I don't expect it to be done to me. And I keep telling y'all over and over and over. And I know that it's probably not, it's some of my subscribers. But, I mean, most of the time it's not my subscribers. I love y'all. But I will not be controlled and I will not be manipulated by anybody because you threatened to unsubscribe to my channel. That's not fair. You want me to say what you want me to say when you want me to say and how I say it. And then if I don't say it the way that you want me to say it and how you want me to say it and when you want me to say it, then you threaten and say, you know what, I'm going to unsubscribe to you. Do what you got to do. I have been authentic from day A. I have not changed. And because I do an interview with somebody, you feel like I'm going to sell my goddamn soul for one interview with Ashley when I got people in my box that want to interview with me every goddamn day. And you going to sit up there and tell me I sold out on my channel. On my channel, I sold out. Don't do me dirty like that. Because I don't do y'all dirty. I don't come out on your comments and blast you. I don't talk about the contradictions I don't do that to y'all. Don't do me dirty. Don't do it. And to all my new subscribers, I apologize. And to everybody that's out here looking, I apologize. But I got to sometimes clean the house up. I come out here and I make these reviews and I have tried to build a family with y'all, but I'm not going to let y'all tear it down. I will shut this goddamn channel down before I let somebody hijack me and make them feel like they can control what comes out of my mouth. It's not going to happen, Captain. So either you love me or you don't. Either you want to be here or you don't. But don't threaten me. Don't do me dirty. I don't try to do anything but show you all love and a family. So I don't know where all this stuff is coming from, but I can't continue on my channel. And don't use my Gmail account for that. There are people who reach out to me on my Gmail account for prayer. They want to express themselves and tell me what's going on with them. And I want to be able to express myself and tell them what's going on with me. And I don't want the bull in my box. I got enough with people spilling the tea. I got enough with all kinds of stuff that's going on behind the scene. Y'all don't even understand that when I come out here and I am doing these reviews, that people are watching me from every facet of life. And some people do not like what I am saying out here on this channel. That's right, sir. Block them. I ain't got time. I don't have time. Y'all don't know. This thing, and there's so many things that are going on in this 90-day fiance with people trying to cover up their dirt and hoping that I don't get out here and spill beans on them and that I don't tell clips and videos and pictures and all kinds of stuff. And TLC is not harassing me. They're not harassing me. But there's some serious things that are going on. And it's a huge responsibility for me to come out here and to talk to you week after week. And you don't know the stuff that I carry on my shoulders. So when I see somebody that just wants to be malicious and attack me, I cannot tolerate it, and I will not tolerate it. I'm a grown-ass real woman with real feelings. Real. real feelings. And so I hated that I had to start this out like that, like this. And I'm sorry to anybody who this doesn't apply to. If the shoe doesn't fit, baby, don't wear it. If you know that it's not you, don't worry about it. Auntie is just coming out here and keeping it all the way 100. Because I ain't gonna deal with it. And some of you all have said, Auntie, you said this, and Auntie, you said that, and you said it respectfully. It's, so, we still cool with each other. But the ones that say it disrespectful and think that they going to hold something over top of my head, I ain't playing that. I'm not, like, we not going to do that. So, now that we've got all the critters out of the house, now that I've done maintenance and a little bit of construction, now we can reconstruct and we can move on. But I love y'all. And I'm telling you that after the video is uploaded, if you make a decision that you still got something negative that you want to say, I'm going to delete you. I'm going to delete you. Because we will respect each other out here. Sarah, who are you having to block like that? Who is that? Merlin Alfred? What did Merlin Alfred say? Sarah, is there any way I could go back and see what he actually said before you deleted him? Is there any way that you can do me a favor, Sarah? People are still coming after I asked them to stop. Okay. I think Merlin Alfred is cool. He probably just, want to get his words out there. Thank you, Eva Lou. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, okay, he has some emojis. Okay, thank you. I'm sorry, y'all, that I had to say that, but like I've been getting attacked like I don't know what in my mailbox, and I mean, like, people are getting threatened, and like it's messy. If you all have been paying attention to the cast members Periscopes, their Instagrams, their Facebooks, it's been a lot of stuff that's been going on behind the scene, and Auntie is somewhat in the midst of it, because let me just explain this and then we're going to move on. People are wanting to talk, and they wanting to interview with me from TLC, but TLC has, when you sign a contract where you can't talk, you can't talk. And so, the reason why people are reaching out to me is because they feel like I am giving them a platform to clear up some misunderstandings and to clear up some of the things that, or the image that they have been having on television. But because they have, they're either being paid or they filed a gag order or a non-disclosure, they can't talk about it, but they want to come out to my channel and they want me to interview them, and they're spilling tea and they're using anonymous names and all kinds of stuff to spill tea in my box, hoping that I will come out and say something about it. But the thing about it is, I don't want to be messy like that, and I don't want to find myself being in the middle of some lawsuit because of what I know. I ain't got time for that. Who got time for that? But people want to clear their images up, and they don't like the way that TLC has made them look. But guess what? At the end of the day, you signed and agreed to do it. And so you can't hold TLC responsible for that. Yes, a lot of editing goes into it, but you can't hold TLC responsible, because you know what they're going to do? They're going to take a clip of what you say and a clip of what you do, and they're going to put it out there for the public, And so, I guess for me, I'm the escape route. I'm the person that can come out and put it up live and say, you know what, this is what it is. And I'm just not that type of person. I have to make a decision about what I'm going to do. And when I came out and did an interview with Ashley, I did the interview with Ashley because I felt like Ashley needed to or had the right to tell her side of the story. And so now I'm being criticized about that. But you know what? I'm grown and I made a decision to put Ashley out here. And there's a lot of things that have been happening with Ashley. See, we don't know the whole story. A lot of people come out here and they say, oh, this is scripted, Auntie. This stuff is not real. Let me tell you something. This stuff is realer than you think it is. And there's a whole lot of backstory that is going on with these particular individuals. Like it really is. If you all have been looking at the blog sites, you see now that they're exposing Elizabeth Libby, the one that's dating Andrei. They're exposing her family, her brothers and sisters' whole criminal past. Like it's it's serious out here in these 90-day streets. So the thing about it is when you decide to do a television show and it's reality based, there are going to be people who are going to try to protect their image by any means necessary. And if that means throwing you under the bus, then that's what they're going to do, because you know what that does? That diverts you from paying attention to what's really happening and what's really going on. And so it's just a lot of stuff, like y'all would not believe. A lot of stuff is going on behind the scenes, y'all. Like, I'm serious. A lot of stuff is going on behind the scenes. The Auntie is finding herself being in the middle of it. So then when I'm in the middle of it and there's some things that I say out here, and then I get it from you all, it's just like okay, it's too much. But anyway, we're gonna go ahead on and get this review started, y'all. I apologize. Thank y'all. I love y'all so much. I thank y'all for y'all support. I can't see what you're saying, Merlin. I love you, boo. I love you, Merlin Alfred. And then, I had, a couple of people to come in my inbox. Let me tell you how serious it is out here with these mofos. I've had some people come into my inbox and tell me that I shout out some of my subscribers' names too much, and that I'm kissing my subscribers' names, and I got my favorite nieces and nephews, and you just keep saying this person's name, and you just keep saying that person's name. The fuck? This is my channel. And it's like, like I'm like Molly now. You're driving me crazy. You're making me feel like crazy. But it's like jealousy in the family, and you send me an email and you say you talk about this person too much, and you always shouting out this person, and you don't read my name when my name come up on the screen, and you just girl. As we lay, I'll forget about tomorrow as I lay. Ooh, hey, hey, as we lay. Didn't think about the price I'd have to pay. No, 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 no. All right, y'all. So anyway, y'all, if y'all got y'all glasses, we are going to go ahead on and cheers to another wild episode of 90 Day Fiancé. We're going to cheers to David getting water dashed on him in a restaurant by his daughter. We're going to cheers to Annie with the church dress on, finding out that her soon-to-be husband likes prostitutes. Allegedly. We're going to do a cheers to our girl Evelyn, crossing across the bridge and finding out and letting David know that they have an apartment to live in Claremont. He's going to be stuck there for at least, a year, because I guess that's probably how long the lease is. We're going to be saying cheers to Marley, who finally put her big girl drawers on and told Louise, it's time for you to get out my house. And we're going to be cheering all things Azan and Nicole. Nicole has finally come back to America, and Azan is finally free. Cling, 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 cling. Cheers! Cling, 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 cling. couple we're going to do. What we're going to do is a process of elimination, okay? So we're not going to go in order, but I am going to just, do the whole story. The first couple that I want to talk about is Evelyn and David. I know yesterday in the thing I kept saying Elizabeth. I don't know where my head was. But, we're going to talk about them. Evelyn, is walking across the bridge with her bow. And, she's, still kind of thinking about, what happened the night before and that they still need to have this sex talk. Like, she is absolutely determined she's going to have the sex talk with her boo. Let me see if I can get some of this yellow out of my skin. There we go. Is that better? Okay, I think that's better. It comes and goes, so I don't know what that is. And so she makes it, she's like, we're going to have a sex talk, goddaggit. And David he's thinking about it another way. He's like, I felt disrespected by her. I felt, extremely disappointed. I feel like I can't trust her because I told her I didn't, want to talk about that. That's something that we didn't talk about in our family. He said at the age of 13, he made a decision that he was going to be celibate and that he would save himself for his wife. Why he reacted that way, from the giddy up is really unexplainable. I'm sure that there's probably some things that need to unfold as far as what has happened to David in the past, but I'm not as invested in him enough to really even care. David, I'm sorry, I know you out here. I apologize. I'm just not invested in you and Evelyn's story. Evelyn tells, he apologizes to Evelyn for his, reaction and everything. And she's like, oh, it's not a big deal. Sex is something that I talk about very freely. Well, it didn't seem like that to me. It didn't seem like when the mother sat down with her, that her and the mom talk about sex freely. But hey, this is what she says, and so this is what she wants us to believe. For somebody who talks about sex freely, I don't see why you're at the point where you would say, I don't know if I'm gonna like it, I don't know if I'm gonna be comfortable being naked or anything. When you learn about your sexuality, you learn about your body, you learn about the anatomy of your body and all that kind of stuff. So if this is something that you and your mom are talking about, Evelyn, freely, then I don't know if you were trying to gag us or what the hell you were trying to do, but we won't fill in it. So anyway, she goes on and changes the subject, and she tells him that one of her friends has told her that he has an apartment and that the apartment is all, utilities included, including the groceries and the toilet paper and everything that they're going to need in the house. And, she tells him, and it's for, we've got it for $900. And David is like, where is it? And she's like, it's in Claremont. Yee, duh. And so he's like, okay, I guess I'm stuck, here for a year. And then she tells him that the place that they're going to be staying is right down the street from, the mom's house, 8 doors down. And her mom's not going to be knocking on the door, rap, tap, tapping, whether, trying to have sex or not have sex or whatever, or talk about it or whatever. But, they're boring as hell. And TLC, my recommendation is that, you don't renew their contract. I know that you just did the reunion show, and I know that, taping is getting ready to start. I think this week or next week. Don't renew them. Like, they boring as hell. I'm not interested in them. And I'm just one person. It's just my opinion, but I could do with or without them. The next couple I want to talk about is Josh and Aika. Josh has, decided that he's going to go to a fertility doctor with Aika. And, because he says, I want to make her happy. And if she wants a baby, then God damn it, I'm going to give her a baby. And, he's living in regret. He's got 2 failed marriages underneath his belt. According to him, he's a deadbeat father. And according to allegations that's been out there on the YT, he's also an abusive lover. He's told us previously that both of his relationships ended because of infidelity, and he makes it seem like it's been infidelity on the other women's that the women he was married to, they were the ones who were unfaithful. But according to allegations that have been lodged against him, it appears that he has spent a significant time behind bars. So I don't know how true that is. I know that there's just allegations that have been out there and stuff like that. So if that's the case, then what was they supposed to do? I guess they were supposed to just wait around for you, whatever. I don't know what he has gone to jail for, or if he's gone to jail at all. But I just know that, there's got to be something that's going on when you're with two different women and both women, are unfaithful to you. Most of the time, and I'm not saying all the time, I'm saying most of the time, women are not unfaithful. That's just not something that, we go out there and do. Now, there are some of us, some women who just like hoe bags and that's what they like to do. But just out of the norm, women just don't cheat for no reason. But anyway, I digress. So, they're going over to the thing, and, Aika sits in the car and makes a comment about, what you did to your manhood. He didn't do anything to his manhood. It's not like he's castrated and his penis doesn't get up, because evidently it does. You came over here for, all the way from the Philippines. So, I mean, for her, in her country, in the Philippines, if a man has a vasectomy, then he's, his manhood is robbed of him. But I'm just like, it's more to a man being a man than his penis and then his tool. That's just like if you say that, so anyway, she sits in the car and just basically, to me, degrades him and makes him feel less than a man. I don't know how Josh is hanging in this relationship with Aika. I absolutely would not hang in a relationship with somebody who makes me feel like I am less than a woman because I've had a hysterectomy. Now, I haven't had a hysterectomy, but I'm saying there are many women who suffer from fibroids and from tumors and ovarian cancer and different things, and they have to have surgery. There are also men who have prostate cancer and different things that happen to them, and that does not make you less than a man or a woman because you've had to have these operations and stuff like that done. So I'm just, I just think that she's just very narrow-minded and she's ignorant as hell, and I just wish she would really try to do something with her eyebrows, because her eyebrows are penciled on and it look like coal, and then her eyelashes are so separated, it look like she got spikes on the top of her eyes. I can't take it. Just like I hate to look at her. Like I almost sometimes like turn my eyes, away from the screen and everything, because I'm like, the hell? I mean, like I feel like her eyelashes is going to just like pop through the screen, just poke me. I can't do it. So so anyway, they get to the fertility doctor and everything, and they're sitting there and they want to talk about, Josh. She wants to talk about Josh having a vasectomy, and the doctor was like, hey, Josh, look, you're going to be all right, homeboy. We can go ahead and do the reversal. You wait about 2 or 3 months, maybe 3 or 4 months, and then we'll be able to test to see whether or not, you'll be able to, that thing is working again, and, you back to at least 80%, you kicking out them little, them bombs. But on the other hand, Aika, you 36, young. You got about that much. Wait a minute, hold up. You got about that much time left up on your clock. And so, Aika was like, wait a minute, what? Wait a minute, hold up. I ain't coming here about my stuff. She said, no, but you didn't come in here about your stuff, but you 36 years old, and you ain't no spring chicken no more. Now, I know you trying to look like a spring chicken with that hideous ass outfit and that makeup you got on, but you're not a spring chicken. So what I need you to do is go ahead, pull your drawers down. We're going to go head on, and I need you to pee in this cup. We need to go ahead on and test that thing out, you know what I'm saying? See what's going on with that thing, you know what I'm saying? See if that thing, if your eggs is like that, or if your eggs is like, So, she's like, all right, hey, I'm good to go. I'm Ike. I'm coming here for the Philippines. I'm the bomb. I got a whole lot of men that want me. So you know what, Josh? I'll be right back. George Josh is sitting up there with a magazine. He like, yeah, she thought something was wrong with me. It's something wrong with her. She comes back out and everything, you know. The little studs, you know, her little eyelashes, you know, sitting up on her face, you know what I'm saying, like this. And she like, you know, every time she blinking, them joints is going like, you know what I'm saying? Oh my God, I can't stand her. You know, so she's like, you know, Aika, well, you know, boo, your little eggs is a little low. What you mean? Huh? What? Yeah, bitch. It's a little lot. You ain't got, you know, you ain't working with a full deck, boo. You got about 49 cards left in the deck. Everything else all right. But you got about 49 cards in your deck. And a couple of them jokers. She's like, what? She's like, you may need to freeze some of them. Let's see if we can catch some of them while you're still 36. Now, I know that a lot of women suffer from infertility. And a lot of women are freezing their eggs and doing all of that kind of stuff. But see, for her, does she feel like her womanhood is gone now because she has to, you know, freeze her eggs? So is what good for the goose good now for the gander? Aika, since you've now discovered that you're not working with a full deck. See, it's easy to point the finger at Josh and tell Josh that he has lost his manhood. But how you feeling now, boo? How's all that working out for you? All that stuff you was talking in the car. How's that working out? So, you know, they go and get you, you know, a little frappuccino, a little latte and everything. And she got an attitude. And instead of her sitting there, you know what I'm saying, meditating on what's happened, go home, take a little nap or something like that, she wants to argue with Josh and tell Josh that, you know what, the doctor said I was perfectly fine. Josh was like, how the hell did you hear that? You know, now physically you fine, but as far as it relates to us having children, you gotta, you know, you couple little eggs short. No, I'm not. Now she causes tension and tells him, do you want me to go and get it from another man? Now hold up, wait a minute, shut the front door. At that moment, the only thing that I would have been thinking about is the flight attendant that would be handing her ass the peanuts and the cup of soda while she's flying back to the Philippines. Because what you would not do is sit up there and talk about me like that. And then you're gonna sit up there and tell me F me, and you gonna you want to get pregnant by another. Do I want you to? After this man has already allegedly been cheated on by his 2 wives. Let me tell you, wives, you all can reach out to me too. Let me know what the scoop is, and I will be willing to interview you too. And maybe, just maybe, so he tells her, if you say that again, I'm going to leave you here. Now, this is when you see the other side of Josh come out. Like, Josh straight came out. Like, he had to get up from the table, Josh. Like, he was the Josh that needed to walk outside and disconnect Josh. Like, he looked like he was the type of Josh that'd take a backhand and smack her clean back there and have her. You see what I'm saying? She'd be back there waking up like, okay, oh yeah, I wash dishes, sir. Okay. That's the kind of smack Josh looked like he was going to give her. But he went outside and he cooled off and he came back in. And she had an attitude and she was sitting there looking stupid, because I tell you what I would have did. I would have left her. She gonna sit up there and say all that stuff to him, that dumb stuff to him, because you've just found out that you too have an issue? Take responsibility, boo. It's okay. You're not the only woman who's had a problem with having a baby. But maybe you feel like your womanhood, the woman was taking your womanhood from you. Cling, cling, cling to womanhood. The next insignificant couple that we're going to talk about is Elizabeth and Andrei. God dang it, y'all. I'm trying to tell y'all. I have been trying to root for this girl. I just knew that they was going to be the couple that I was going to like, but god dang, I don't like them. So we see her, getting ready. She's trying to act like, she's the Stepford wife. And, honey, come and look through my suitcase. I want to make sure that everything that I'm going to be wearing is suitable and appropriate for you. So, he like, okay. She take out a little cheesy, Forever 21 dress. Shout out to Forever 21. I like, some of your stuff, but some of the cheesy. And, she hangs it. He said, well, how short is that? She puts it up and everything. He said, that's fine. I mean, I ain't got no problem with that dress. I mean, but I just want you to act like you got some sense. I want you to act civilized when you go out with your sisters. I will. I mean, I want him to trust. See, the problem with Andrei is that he can. Oh, wait a minute. Hold up. Wait a minute, Elizabeth. Did you say the problem with Andrei? The problem with Andrei? Oh, okay. So Andrei does have a problem. That's what we thought. But anyway. She says the problem with Andrei is that he comes from, a society where men dominate women. He has old-fashioned values. Okay. All right. Go ahead and call it that. So, the sisters got the limo and everything. They pick her up. They ready to party. I don't want to go out to party. And still wait. Yeah. Because I was too nervous. Yeah. To really get down. All right. She up in there popping bottles, pouring drinks. Say, you want some more, girl? Here, get some more, girl. Bottle empty. Next, boom, off the top off of it. She forgot Andrei that fast. She forgot the rules of behavior that fast. She forgot the code of conduct that fast. You just got in the limo and you forgot that fast. Okay. But your sisters jealous? Your sisters is wrong? Okay, Elizabeth. Tell us anything. So they get to the hotel and everything. And now she wants to be, on a serious tip. Well, I can't. I don't want you all to take my telephone here. Here, don't take my telephone. Here go my telephone. Here it is. Don't take it down. So the sisters get the phone. They do, Hey, what's up, Andrei? Sup? Look, we got Libby with us, right? 24 hours you won't be talking to that ass. So this what I need you to do. I need you to peace out and we'll talk to you 24. We holding her phone hostage. We getting ready to go rub down, all down some strippers, and we're about to straight up make it rain in the club. Bye. Did that make y'all feel better about yourselves? Wait a minute, what do you mean? So she storms out, she goes into the room and everything. She's acting like she's so bothered because, she's got to keep up this facade of being this submissive, cave woman to her caveman or her Viking Andrei. They like, what? Hell with her. She'll get over it. This ain't my party, this is Jenny's party. What? Jenny just trying to show you a good time. Why are you hating and biting on Jenny? I mean, what's the tea on Jenny? What Jenny got going on? Because as a sister, you're very jealous of Jenny. Yeah, you got serious issues with Jenny. So, they in the bathroom, they curling their hair. She got that little tight-ass outfit on and everything. And she wand curling her hair. I wand curled mine too. Y'all like it? Homage to the wand curl. So, she's wand curling and she's talking all this trash about the phone and everything because she's got to keep up facades. And, she's basically saying, Andrei getting ready to go to bed. So they was like, okay, so if Andrei is getting ready to go to bed, then why do you need the phone? Because I just happen to like talking to my fiance. Let me tell you something. The dad already said they got successful men. They like talking to their men too. But it ain't nothing like being out with one of your friends or a chick that got a new man. And that's all she talk about. And act like her relationship is so different from everybody else's. And then as soon as something go down with the joint, then she calling you on the phone crying, want to hang out at your house all the time when you done already, set the record straight with your man. And, y'all got everything moving the way that y'all needed to move. You know what I'm saying? Y'all have negotiated, renegotiated, compromised, and all of that kind of stuff. And now all of a sudden, because you playing these games, now all of a sudden you want to come to my house and you want to sit with me and tell me what that girl buy. Let me trust and believe me. Jenny and they already got this stuff together. So they was like, you know what, since you want to make a big deal out of it, here go your phone. Take your little tired ass phone back. So she gets the phone back and everything. And then, she makes a decision that she's going to go out and dance on the damn table. Wait a minute, didn't you just tell Andrei? I ain't seen nobody else dancing on the table. You the only person I saw dancing on the table. But you gonna sit up there and play the game with Andrei and make it seem like your sisters are the ones that's forcing you to get up there on the table to drink and pop bottles in a limo. If you were such the dedicated Stepford wife for your Andrei, you wouldn't have did any of that. You would have stayed and would have act like you. Girl, bye. You up in there. Hey! Oh! Ain't nobody forcing you to act like that. Libby, why you lying and why you faking? Come on, Libby, stop that. Long to the short of it, she comes back home. Andrei sitting on the sofa. He mad because she missed 2 hours. He couldn't get in contact with her for 2 hours. So what is he, a vampire? He up all night? Is he like sleeping upside down, hanging from the chandelier like a bat? He nocturnal? Like really? So she comes in there and she realizes automatically off the gate, this ain't gonna work out. It ain't gonna work out. I thought I could be a slave and submissive to him, but I'm realizing I don't like how I feel when I come back home. Because at the end of the day, I am that person that my sisters who have known me all my life, I am that person they say I am. That's exactly who I am. Andrei said, you didn't call me for 2 hours. She said, oh, they took my phone, but I threw a hissy fit and I got it back. Oh, so now you gonna blame them, right? So now it's your sister's fault. Okay. You know what I just realized? Sir, and I don't know if people have been trying to get my attention, but you know what I just realized? I did the same thing. I don't have this super chat on. I totally forgot. Wait a minute, hold on, let me see if I could get it. Okay. Nope, that ain't it. Okay, normal. Oh, Lord Jesus, it's a fire. I totally forgot. And I know some of you all have written me in my box and was like, Auntie, I be wanting to super chat. Y'all, I'm so sorry. I did that same crap last week. Y'all, I'm sorry. Sure did forget. Okay, there we go. So, She's just like, y'all, I don't think I turned it on. I don't know what I did. I'll go back later on and I'll fix it. But, so, she realizes that, Andrei, she ain't gonna be able to please Andrei playing these games. Won't nobody happy to see her but the dog. And so, you know what? Now she's saying, we're gonna have a talk. Okay. TLC. Mr. Producer Man and all the rest of y'all, I think about taking her off too. I know I said that yesterday, and then I thought about it, and I was like, dag, I'm acting like Nene Leakes, saying, get rid of Portia. But just think about them, because you know what, really, we really not really interested in their storyline. I don't care how much smut comes out about the sisters and the brother and the father allegedly not paying child support, you know what I'm saying, to the mother, and that he owed all of that money and stuff like that, and that the sisters have DUIs and allegedly and all of that kind of stuff. I don't care how much of that smut comes out. It's not going to make me interested in Elizabeth and Andrei's storyline. So our next couple that we see is Azan and Nicole. Azan has never, and I mean when I say never, God damn it, I mean never, looked as happy as he looked when he was taking Nicole ass back to the airport. I have never seen Azan so happy and content. He has clarity of, I mean, he's like, look, I like Nicole. I don't trust her. I like Nicole 45%. I trust her 30%. I made her trip miserable. We argued the whole entire time. I love Baby May. I want a relationship with Baby May. But I can't do it with her. Allegedly, the auntie that was so happy and sad at the same time put Nicole out, allegedly. That night when she was yanking Azan around and all of that kind of stuff, auntie put her out. Now, these are allegations. I don't know whether or not they're true, but I've heard it from, a semi-reliable source that auntie had actually told her to leave the house and she had to end up coming back. I noticed that Nicole made a shady comment and was like, I like your food. You should have learned to eat that food. You probably would have lost you a good 20, 30 pounds while you was over there. But instead, you go to the restaurant the day before your last day and you sit there, you know what I'm saying, mesmerized because Baby May got some french fries on the plate. I've never seen you so happy even, Nicole. You was happy as hell when Baby May got those french fries. I know you was pinching off of them every time you got a chance. Baby May probably got... Baby May probably got 4 french fries off that plate because you was pinching like I don't know what off those little french fries, little greedy ass stuff. But you know what, I'm fat, you know what I'm saying? I'm working on it though, hey. Okay. But anyway, so, she just mesmerized by the french fries. And Azan, they talking. She said, so are you gonna come to America? What you gonna do? And so Azan was like, damn well I'm coming. You supporting me. He said, Nicole is supporting me. Like, I heard you when you said that, young. So he was like, you know what, I'm going to do whatever you want me to do. When I come to America, hopefully things will be better. Nicole says that Azan has, really done a great job with, helping her with Baby May. And, they show her running around and all of that kind of stuff and with the whoop, whoop, and the boop, boop, boop. And so, TLC wanted us to see this as a happy ending. But you know what, I'm suspicious because anytime TLC shows us a happy ending, we know that it's some show enough dog dookie that's going on in the background. You understand what I'm saying? Because if TLC make it look like somebody had a happy ending, it's something up and you need to be suspicious as hell. Because it's no happy happy ending for none of these crazy mofos. I'm talking about even the people that's attached to the show, okay? But anyway, so the next day we see her, he makes a decision. He's going to come to America. Living in America. Hey, okay? So he makes a decision that, hey, this is what he's going to do. So all's well that ends well. We see her the next day. She's packing and she's leaving, and the aunt was like, I really did get attached to y'all. I did get attached to, baby May. And I just tell Azan, you know what? Patience, patience, patience. So they get to the airport and he's really feeling some kind of way about baby May. And I think that, him as just like other people, you get attached to little kids. They end up growing on you. Didn't seem like for baby May, the Hassan or Azan or, Eisen or however you pronounce his name, didn't seem like baby May really got attached to him. I noticed that there was just something that was, there was no connection. I think that, and I noticed that she wasn't calling him daddy anymore. So, I don't know what was up with that. I know somebody had mentioned down in my comment section that he kissed little baby May in the mouth. And I think it was just accidental. You know how sometimes you hug somebody and, you go to kiss them on this cheek and you accidentally, kiss them in the mouth or whatever. I don't think that it was intentional, and I don't think that he is the type of guy that would ever do anything to a child. So I did understand what you said, what you were saying in the comment section. I did notice that he did that, but I really truly didn't believe that it was anything that was incestual or like I didn't see any foul play in it. But I respect your comment. But anyway, so Nicole's gone. They both live with regret on how they treated each other. And he basically was like, I felt like I failed her again. And you did. Every time that fat ass come over there, you disrespect her because you know what? You have nothing in common. The only thing that you have in common is the almighty dollar bill that you can spend over Morocco. And if somebody's giving me $1,600, well, that ain't going to do nothing but buy me a pair of Christian Louboutins and a good, nice, sturdy Jimmy Choo bag. $1,600. What you gonna do with that? You can spend that really just on a pair of Christian Louboutins, red bottoms. Okay, Big Papa, if you out there looking, I like Christian Louboutins, size 10. But anyway, so excuse me, like I said, if TLC is making it look like it's a happy ending, it ain't no damn happy ending in sight. All right, so the next couple oh my God. Okay, so the next couple that we are getting to is David and Annie. I'll drink to that. So he's talking to Annie, and he's acting like this understandable, compassionate father who understands the error of his ways. He says if the children are mad with anybody, they're mad with me, and it's understandable because Annie's afraid she's going to be disrespected. But David, the compassionate dad, says it's understandable. I've been gone, and they have a right to feel the way that they feel. But what he didn't bank on, what we never bank on, is the reaction of our children. We never bank on our actions having a reaction. None of us are perfect parents, but you would hope that most of us would strive to be good parents and to be there for our children, to be in their lives. I don't know about abandonment. I've never been abandoned by my mother and my father. I don't know what that feels like. I don't know what that smells like. I don't know how that sounds. But I do know people who suffer at the hands of their parents. So David decides to have his first initial meeting with his children at a restaurant, knowing that Annie has apprehensions about this. Annie said, I wish he would have talked to his children first. That's something that the normal parent would have done. But David's no normal parent. You knew, Annie, when you were over in Thailand, that this a crazy mofo was not going to tell his children the truth. You knew that you were walking into a minefield. But you have your own agenda and your own reason for being here. So they sit in the restaurant, nervously awaiting the arrival of their children. Now, David has 3 children, as many of you know. He has 2 daughters and a son. His middle daughter has no relationship with him whatsoever. Refused to sign the non-disclosure agreements with TLC and refused to be part of the cast. That's how bad the relationship is. But Ashley and Jacob decided that they would be brave enough and that they would oblige their father by agreeing to be seen on television with this foul penguin. Brokeback Mountain David. So they walk into the restaurant with cameramen around them. They don't know what to expect. The only thing that they're told is that their father is there. They come in and we see immediately on Ashley's face and on Jacob's face that they're surprised to see that there's a Thai lady there. Now they know that Annie was somebody that the father was dating, but they had no idea that he was engaged to her, and they had no idea how the night was going to play out. And so you know what? We see Ashley's face and Ashley's looking like, what the entire is going on? Annie says, I was trying to smile at her, but she wouldn't look at me. I wouldn't have looked at her either. I would have been so disgusted with my father. You know, what David doesn't, he's childlike. He's like a little kid. He doesn't think that anything that he does has a repercussion or has a consequence. So anyway, I digress. So they all sit down at the table, and Ashley is, sitting up there across the table from Annie, and she's looking at this Thai woman, and she realizes that her father has a ring on his finger, and she immediately says, oh, so what, are you married? He said, oh, I guess we ain't gonna do no small talk. Small talk? Small talk? You've been gone for 2 years, and you want to sit at the table and have small talk? Let's get to the point. See, because I'm not a little girl anymore. You can't pat me on my head and send me to bed. And you and mommy and y'all talking and y'all going through y'all stuff, and I don't say anything. I just go to school and go out in the community and act it out. See, I'm not that little girl anymore that doesn't have a voice. I'm not that little girl anymore who hasn't been out in the world and experienced things. I'm not that little girl that you just going to be able to tell me, you know what I'm saying, that it's raining outside when you're actually peeing on my head. I'm not that little girl. So David says, well, I'm engaged to Annie. Like it ain't nothing. So Ashley turns to Annie and says, you engaged to him? You want him? You want a child with him? When you see how he treats us? You mean to tell me that you want to be connected to a man like this? Now, granted, should Ashley have approached Annie like that? Absolutely, she should not. The issues that she had was with her father. That should have been a conversation she had with her father alone, privately. But because the father did not afford them that opportunity and came with cameramen and grip men and staff and producers and executive producers, he didn't even give her the opportunity on their first meeting, their first encounter, to even do it in a better environment. So you want to put it out there on the table? Let's go. You want to play? Roll a dice. So she asks Annie, you see how he treats us? And you want to have a baby with him? Why? You think that it's going to be any different for you than it was for my mom? And David don't like it. He doesn't like it because he sees that Annie's uncomfortable. Annie should be uncomfortable. Because if Annie was a real woman, she would have said, you know what you need to do? You need to handle that with your children first. Don't bring me in the midst of your dysfunctional family. Handle that with your children. You don't just pop up with me like I'm some pop-up shop. You done already told her that I do nails and I do this and I do that because you stereotype me as a typical Thai or Vietnamese woman. You don't have any respect for me. You met me in a D-bar, allegedly. You knew what I was about. You bring me over here and you don't have enough respect for your children to bring them, sit them down in private and tell them that you are engaged. But then you want me to have respect for you for your disrespect. Okay. 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 See, the thing about it is, Ashley, she could have handled that a whole different way. But the dad kept interjecting while she was talking. Now, when they sat down, they didn't have any food. When they got up, there was plenty of food on the table, including plates. So did that stuff just magically appear? There was conversation that was going on between them ordering, getting the food prepared, bringing the food to the table, and them eating. Did you not notice that had changed? Did you not notice when Ashley threw the drink in his face that she had a plate that was half eaten? So they want you to believe, and they want me to believe, that it was a conversation that was going on. We don't know what the hell was said. Why was David at a level 10? Because she decided to ask Annie this. They made it look like as soon as she sat down at the table, she started asking and confronting her with these questions when she had a plate that was half eaten, and the brother, and David, and Annie. So evidently, everything was going smooth until she went down that line of questioning. But you call me a hypocrite. You want me to be stupid. I keep telling y'all week after week, Auntie don't miss nothing. And let me tell you something. Bob, I'm telling you, with all honesty, I ain't even talked to Ashley about this. I saw the food on the table. You want me to sit up there and think that they just popped off like that? She popped off like that for nothing? Now, was she disrespectful? Hell to the yes, she was disrespectful. Is she going to pay for being disrespectful? Absolutely, yes, She's gonna pay for being disrespectful. You damn right. Ashley's gonna pay for being disrespectful to her father. But at the end of the day, I can't blame her, because if I had a father like that, I would have kirked out too. Number one, I wouldn't even have signed the disclosure papers with TLC. I wouldn't even have given my father that much, because they didn't have to do it. They didn't have to become part of his storyline. And then Jacob gonna sit up there at the table and say, you need to be just happy that he is. What the hell? What? This man has affected my mental and emotional stability, my mental and my emotional well-being, and I'm supposed to be grateful because this mofo is sitting across the table from me being gone 18 months. He took care of you past the age of 13, and I'm supposed to be grateful I'm sitting at the table with him? The hell with you, Jacob. I'm supposed to be grateful because he's just in my presence. He ain't got no job. He got a tie bride. His whole life and his whole existence is off of Chris and Nikki. He's riding around in a Hummer that he is not paid for. He's allegedly a failed politician. He's cheated on my mother numerous times. He's a no good for nothing, and I'm supposed to be grateful because I'm sitting across the table from him with this stank, allegedly prostitute, allegedly. And I'm supposed to be thankful? Bye. Ashley was hurt. She goes out and she says, I just want a normal dad. How many of y'all out there can relate to just wanting your parent to be normal? I can't even imagine being abnormal to my daughter. I can't even imagine leaving my daughter for 18 months. It's hard enough for me that she's in college. Yes, I enjoy being an empty nester, and I know that I have to move to this place in my life, but I have prepared it. And then you're going to sit there and say, what if I said, who took care of you when you were 16 and pregnant? Oh, so now you're going to hit up underneath the belt. Now you're going to go out there and throw my stuff out there. Now you as a father going to sit up there and disrespect me and tell everybody that I was 16 and pregnant. So what do you want me to do? You want me to walk around with the shame of that, Dad? You want to throw that in my face so that you think that you can get the Father of the Year award? You want to put that out to the press, Dad? That's how you want to carry me? You ain't got no more respect for me than I have for you. And what you not gonna do is sit up here and talk to me and be disrespectful to me. And especially since you sat up there and told Annie that you understood that they had the right to be mad. But this moment that Ashley showed any kind of emotion, she's disrespectful. But y'all want to call me a hypocrite. How that works? How that work? David has not been a father. He has abandoned his children, and he thinks that he has the right to respect. Yeah, I'll honor you. I'll honor you. Sure will. I'll honor you with this drink up in your face. How about that? And she didn't sit up there at that table and call him out his name. She didn't call him all kinds of stuff. She challenged him and Annie to think. And then when all the dust fell, he tells Annie to go back and have a conversation with his disrespectful ass child. He had already said that Ashley, you know, doesn't have a filter. He already knew. Because guess what, y'all? David ain't had no filter. David's an alcoholic, allegedly. At least from what we can see, he appears to be alcoholic. David allegedly sleeps with prostitutes. David is flying all over the world, and he got a full family to take care of. But Ashley disrespectful. Okay. 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 So Ashley was disrespectful. She was. It was very disrespectful for Ashley to throw that water in his face. It was. But it wasn't okay for Ashley. It was okay for her to challenge them. And Dad, if you can't handle it, get the fuck out the kitchen. But guess what? Annie said, I want to be your friend and I want to know more about David. And when Ashley sat up there at the table and began to tell Annie about her father and about how she didn't know him, she started telling him some stuff. Should she have? Should she have told Annie? I wouldn't have. I wouldn't have told her nothing. I wouldn't have gave her a heads up on anything. But at this point, she's working off of emotions. So she's not thinking clearly. I wouldn't have gave her a heads up. But she decided she wanted to. It's on her. But Annie was all ears. She could have cut that conversation off at any time she wanted to. She wanted more. And when she sat up there and told Annie that my father likes prostitutes and he just want a Thai bride, somebody to have sex with and cook him Thai food, it hit a sore spot with Annie. You know why? Because Annie identified with it. Because she knew what she allegedly was. She knew what she allegedly was. Because everything that was coming out of Ashley's mouth, Annie could verify it. Because at the end of the day, we know who we dating. We know our men. We know when they trashy. We know when they, that they got dirt up underneath their fingernails. We know. We may sit there and act like we don't know and try to turn a blind eye, but Annie know exactly what she got. But she has a agenda, allegedly, and that's to get that green card and to live off Chris and Nikki for the next 10 years. Now, let me say this. Chris and Nikki. Auntie likes y'all, or at least I thought I did. I know y'all watching. Chris, you ain't gotta. Just sit down. Sit down on the sofa, boo. Sit down, Chris. Sit down. You ain't gotta get up. Listen to me. That little tweet that you put out there, blasting Ashley about living in your apartment building and all the stuff that she allegedly did. You didn't have to do that. You know why? Because there was nothing that she said in that interview that tore you or Nikki down. And every question that I asked her during her interview, she said she didn't know. She never tore you down. She didn't publicly humiliate you or Nikki. I rides for Nikki. I got Nikki back. I got Antonio's back. I loved him and I liked you too, Chris. But you didn't have to do that, boo. And you know what I'm talking about. You didn't have to do that. I don't know what the problem is. But everything that she said about you, we've seen it with our own eyes. How dare you to defame that girl's character like that when she hasn't defamed yours? Now, I know that there's a whole lot of stuff that's going on behind the scenes, but I ain't came out here and blasted you. I have not done it, and neither has she. And our interview was live. It was not scripted. She could have came out here on my channel, Chris, and said everything about you, but she didn't. So for that little teeny bit of integrity that she did have when she covered you, you should have covered her. You're going to come out there and put a blast like that out there. Allegedly. Why would you tweet that? I'm not against y'all. I've never come out here and said anything. You know what? You didn't have to do that. You're a man. You didn't have to do that. And I was very disappointed. And yes, I got screenshots after screenshots after screenshots of what you said about the girl. And it ain't right. You don't do that. Y'all fighting dirty. What you fighting dirty for? You ain't got no reason to fight dirty with her. You don't have a reason. But anyway, Ashley should not have told Annie anything. I wouldn't have told Annie anything. I would have sat at the table and I would have let Annie talk. If she made a decision that she wasn't going to talk and she felt like her English was going to fail her, we would have sat there and just looked at each other. Because the conversation that I need to have doesn't need to be with Annie. It needs to be with my father, my biological father. I would have had a conversation with her about anything. Wouldn't have did it. Ashley, I know there's a lot of stuff that's going on behind the scene, but stay above the fray, boo. Stay above the fray. Stay above the fray. And we're going to come out here and we're going to attempt to do another interview on Wednesday. So for all of y'all that's looking, we're going to be back out here on Wednesday. And I don't know what I might say. So I'm telling you right now, you need to pray for Auntie. Because like I said, I got screenshot after screenshot. And I'm not threatening anybody. I'm just saying, I don't know what I'm going to say. I'm going to try to keep it clean and try to keep it above board. But I don't know what I might ask her and what she might say. Like we don't know. Because you know what? It ain't scripted. But I'm going to tell you right now, I rides for Nikki. And I rides for Antonio. But I done got off for David's horse. Chris' horse. I'm off. Because you didn't have to do that. Allegedly. Allegedly. The next couple that we're going to talk about to wrap this thing up is Louise and Marley. Louise, we see him in the closet and he is getting himself together. And he's like, you know what? I'm always around these damn kids. And I am finally getting ready to spend some time with Marley because I got some things that I really need to talk about. And you know what? I need to make a decision. The 90 days is almost over and I need to make a decision about whether or not I'm going to marry Marley. And so you know what Marley's thinking? just about the same thing. You know, there's some things that's going on between me and Louise, and I really need to get it squared off because he seems very unhappy, and I think he's homesick. So they go to, you know, the restaurant and everything, and the waitress for some reason had on a leopard dress. And I just was like, okay, so so like, what kind of restaurant is this? Hire me, because I love leopard, you know what I'm saying? She had the little, you know, little tee, you know, little spaghetti strap on. I was like, oh, okay, go ahead, Mom. It's okay, you know, you're doing your thing. So, you know, they sit down and everything. I noticed that Louise doesn't pull the chair out for Molly and everything. And, you know, I noticed that about Josh and Aika. I noticed that Aika got in the car and Josh didn't open up the door. I don't know why these women don't feel like they should be treated like women. But anyway, I digress. And so, you know, they sitting at the table and everything. And she's like, you know, hi, boo. He like, you know, what's up? What was that, sir? Who was that, sir? Okay. Thank you. Ashley, you know I got you, boo. Yes, he does. Who is that? Lovely somebody. Ashley, I saw the tweet now. He ain't. Y'all know Auntie got to spill that tea one drip at a damn time. Anyway, so, you know, they sitting at the table and everything. And, you know, he's looking like, you know, I'm the man and everything. You know, Louise look like he pay bills. I mean, the way he acting like he is paying bills up in Molly's house. He look like he is like straight the man in charge. He ain't paying for nothing. He's not contributing to the household at all. Always got a fresh haircut and a fresh outfit. And this man gonna sit at the table and tell this woman, don't tempt me to go back to the DR. I don't care nothing about your kids. Don't tempt me. Because it's possible I can roll up out of here on you, Molly. He playing you stupid. And you sitting up at the table pleading with him. We can go to Vegas, boo. You know, we can go wherever you want to go. We can do whatever you want to do. This ain't no Prince song. It's not Prince. This real life, Molly. This man is acting like he is... Help me, God. Help me, God. And she's sitting at the table saying, well, you know, we could do all kinds of fun stuff. Don't tempt me. I'm ready to go back. I don't care nothing about you. I don't care nothing about your kids. I'm tired. I just want to sleep all day. I could care less about what you said. Kinsley, yak, and runs her mouth. And Olivia, yak, and runs her mouth. And you know what Molly says? But do you plan on going back to the DR now or after the wedding? Now that's when we needed Ashley. That's when somebody needed a drink up in their face. But see, Molly ain't got that spunk yet. She getting it. So he gonna sit up there and tell her, when she tells him, you need to spend more time with Kinsley, which I thought was a mistake. I think that he has spent too much time with Kinsley. I have to agree with Louise on that particular part. I really do have to, Louise or Louise or whatever, don't correct me, god dang it, Louise. I'm just like, Molly, you're not thinking because, again, like I said, you've already put the cart before the horse. And so now you want to fix it, but the situation is already out of hand. When a man can tell you, when he can sit and say out of his mouth, I want Molly, I want my DR, and I want a lot of money. I want Molly, I want my DR, I want to be in the DR with a lot of money and some quiet. Molly, he's shown you his heart. When a person shows you who they are, you gotta believe them. This man sits at the table and tells you that he doesn't even care if it don't work out with your kids. And then he's going to challenge you and say, if it doesn't work out with your kids, will you still marry me? And you know what you turned around and did? You married him. So when he doesn't take care of your children, and when he's disrespectful to your children and vice versa, and you're having problems, he had already laid it out there on the table for you. There should be no expectation from you that Louise takes care of your children. None. Because he told you in the restaurant, I don't care nothing about him. So the next day we see her as she goes to work and she contemplates what has happened. She contemplates the reality of it, and now she wants to have an emotional confrontation. Really? Molly, first of all, when you're communicating with a man, and I say this all the time, they do not understand our tears. They don't know how to process it. So you weakened yourself in his eyesight when you started crying. But anyway, she comes in the door. She says she realizes that her children come first. When did you realize that? Did you just get that aha moment that day? Because your children didn't come first when you picked him up from the airport. Molly, your children didn't come first when you were over there screwing him at the discotheque and at the bar. Your children didn't come first then. Your children didn't come first when you brought him into your home and laid him in your bed. Your children didn't come first when you forced them down his throat and him down theirs. Your children didn't come first. So when did you get this aha moment that my children come first? Because your actions are communicating something a tad bit different than that. Now, I ain't trying to judge you. I'm just saying your actions say something different. But anyway, so you decide you're going to come in. Kenzie's sitting on the sofa by herself. Your man, he's upstairs with the door closed. He can't even hear if she burned the house down. He can't hear anything. And you know what, frankly? He doesn't care because he's already told you at the restaurant he don't care. So you come into the room and you tell him that this isn't going to work. He asks you, why he's on his cell phone, probably, allegedly looking at whatever. And, he comes in there and he tells you basically, why you sad? And then you get to crying. No, don't cry. Just say what you got to say. Woman up. Put strap your bra on. Pop your bra. Time to woman up. Now it's time to get down with the get down. Let's go. I don't don't like how you carry yourself around here. You used to get up in the morning and tell me that I was nice looking and I was beautiful to you and you love me. And now you get up in the morning and you commanding and demanding things from me. You don't work up in here. You don't work in this house. You're not doing anything to contribute to my household. You tell me that you don't want my children in the house and you want my other one to go and live with her father because you know what, you can't handle that. You lay up in the bed and you don't do anything. And I don't like how you treat my children. And then he says, well, you know what? You don't have anything in here that represents God. What the hell does that have to do with anything? He says, are you sure you want to do this on camera? Yeah, I'm sure I want to do it on camera. I'm sure. You're driving me crazy. You're making me think that I'm crazy. Girl, get yourself together. That's too much drama. I wouldn't even have been able to deal with that much drama. That was too much drama. How can somebody take you serious when you got all of this drama going on? You're pulling your hair out, you're walking back and forth, you're talking about and then he gonna sit up there and talk about you on your period. Why do men always go to that? Why is it when a woman is emotional or has something to say, handle this stuff you got to be on your period? What does my cycle have to do with you disrespecting my children, my household, my finances, and me? What does my cycle have to do with me coming to an aha moment and realizing that you are not the man for me, yet I married you anyway? So look, women, if you're going to complain about your men, and you're going to take your man through all of that stuff, if you're not going to lock in to your decision to either be with him or not, don't take him through a whole bunch of drama. Because you know what? Every time you say, you know what, I'm mad at you, I'm breaking up with you, I don't want to be with you anymore, and then you take him back, and then he does something else, I don't want to be with him, get out! Get your stuff and get out of my house. And you do all of that kind of stuff, and then you let him back in 2 days later, a week later, a month later, a year later, your stand gets weak. Molly is sitting there going through, he sits up there and instead of him talking about the children, he wants to talk about the Buddha that's in the house, the African mask that's in the house. They going back and forth. She's sitting up there stunned and shocked and surprised because he's sitting up there saying, why there ain't nothing in here? I'm just saying, why ain't nothing in here with God on it? Why ain't no Bible in here? Because, bitch, you didn't bring one in here. Where's your Bible at? Where's your God? Where's your cross around your chest? Where's your chest? Where your rosary beads? Where your priest and Reverend Carla? Since you want to be sitting out there and pointing the finger at somebody and using religion to make a statement up in this Marty Dotty, we like to party, we don't cause trouble, we don't bother nobody. You tell me, where's your Jesus at? Where's your God at? Where's all of that at? And then what the hell does that have to do with you being responsible for my children? You tell me. You out here having premarital sex with me. You go and I caught you on the phone with pornography. You're sitting up there and we ain't even gonna go there about the pornography. You sit out there at the strip club, you cuss, you drink every day. And Molly, you made a decision to bring that man in your house. I gotta smile through it so I can keep from crying. All of that stuff that you sat there and exposed to us on TLC, and you decided that you wanted to put on the camera for all of us to see, you allowed all that to come into your household with your children. But you want us to believe that your children are a priority. So when Louise, Lewis, Mr. DR, whatever, did not say and do what you wanted him to say and do, and was not, and prove to be the man that your father and everybody else thought that he was, now you want us to be sympathetic and ride with you. But you brought that man up in your house and you married him. So what was the need of you going off? Because you was emotional? Because you felt like you needed to get something off your chest, Molly? Girl, bye! I was proud of you for the moment. But I know the outcome. And so why, as a woman, I celebrated your temporary strength. I felt sorry for you because you told him to leave. You told him that his family should not come, but you married him. You've gone through all that emotional stuff for nothing. And so why I asked the question earlier, why do men attribute our emotions to our cycle, is Molly's behavior. Molly's behavior. Because you know what? When you have that circus going on in your household, your daughters are hustling and they're learning. They're learning. And now we understand why your dad is apprehensive, why your dad's not going along with it, because could it possibly be, Molly, that you've already done this with other men in the past? That, you know, you roll with them and you put your everything in and neglected those things that were fundamentally your responsibility, like your children? Could it be that's why your dad is the way he is? Could Jess not have an opinion because he's had opinions in the back in the past and you've not listened? I wonder, Molly, because all the stuff that you said, you know, was not going to work out with your man, and I can't do this, and you're driving me crazy. You're with them. Sometimes as women we can have everything and nothing at all. We have to make a decision as parents. I'm not just talking to women, I'm talking to men and women. I'm talking to parents. That our children are the most important asset that we will ever have. And that when we become parents, we can no longer live a mediocre life. Our lives cannot be fundamentally broken Molly, I know you think that I dislike you. I don't dislike you. I respect you as a businesswoman. I respect you as a human being. And I respect you as a woman. I even respect the job that you've had to do as a single mom. Molly, I really do. I really do. But I think that there's some mistakes that you've made in your life that you're going to have to correct. Especially as it relates to your girls. It's never too late to change. I've seen women every day lock arms with other women, and I've seen men every day lock arms with other men and do better. And all I'm asking you to do is do better. I know that, when your life is out there on the screen, sometimes we can't see past the person that is on the screen. We can't see past the Molly and the Louise sometimes. We don't really sometimes see you as people, but I understand doing this channel that we are human beings, because at the end of the day, I'm a human being. And I've made mistakes. I'm not a perfect woman, and I'm not a perfect mother by any means. But I absolutely get up every day with the intention of striving to be a better mother to my daughter. And you know what? My daughter, because she sees the effort that I make, she strives to be a better daughter. And the thing that I have learned as a mom is how to have mutual respect for my daughter, yet still stand in that authority position as her mom. And it's hard sometimes to balance those things out, especially when you have someone on the outside influencing your decisions, influencing your emotions, influencing your spirituality, your mentality. But the last thing you need is somebody to stand in your life and to judge you unfairly based on art or any other thing that you have in your life. Molly, I have walked in your shoes. I too am a single mother, and it's hard out here. And sometimes all you want is just a hug and somebody to say, I love you. Just the smell of a man, the smell of his cologne, the strength of his arms, the bass in his voice is attracted to any woman. We all desire that. Ain't nothing like a man. But at the end of the day, our children need us. And they need to see us well-rounded and at least making the effort. And I am hoping that when we see you next season, that you've made some adjustments in your life. You can always take a situation and change a situation around. Each and every person that's on 90 Day Fiancé, with the exception of David, because I think David is just done. You can always make a decision to do something different. Change is not change until you change. And there have been things in my life and in the life of our subscribers, my nieces and my nephews, my wonderful YouTube family. There have been things that we all have been challenged with. None of us are perfect. But if we lock arms together, we can do this damn thing. You can do it. In closing, I just want to say, this has been one bumpy ride. But I so appreciate you all. And even as angry as I got, I wouldn't trade nothing for my journey. So here's to another wonderful review of 90 Day Fiancé, Season 5, Episode 23, Breaking Point. We all have a breaking point. But you know what? When you break, you're not utterly destroyed. There's always somebody that can fix it. So cling, cling, cling. Cheers. Cling. to everybody who is taking the time to come out. So I'm going to put my glasses on and I'm going to just shout out a couple of names. I hope y'all still love me. I'll be able to check when I hang this up and see how many subscribers I lost. Let's see. Okay, so we got Zenzi Ali. Hi, boo. We got Loveliness. Auntie, shout me out. Hi. Let me make sure I shout you out, boo. Love in Life 55555 said, Auntie, shout me out. There you go, boo. Carrie is awesome. Good night, Auntie. Good night, boo. Good night, Christy Marie. Good night, Lola Garcia. Hi, my chocolate thunder. Good night. Oh, I better not say that because you know some people get mad when I be calling it. Hi, Ashley Bills. Good night, sweetie. Who is this? Okay. Oh. Uh-oh. Hi, Bertha Jackson. Hi, sweetie. She said, I'm new. Hi, boo. I'm sorry I wasn't on my good behavior tonight. I'll be better next time. Hi, Jennifer. Hi, Kathy Jonas. Hi, Kiana Moreno. Hi, Cynthia Drake. Hi, boo. You give us life, Auntie. Oh, I love you so much. Hey, Abe Brown. Hey, Marina Smith. Hi, Eva Lou. Eva Lou, I picked up that package. Thank you. It's under my tree. Thank you, sweetie. Thank you. Hi, Carly Cooking Vegan. Hi, boo. Hi, what is that? Leah Valentine. Hi, sweetie, you knew. Hey, G Jordan. Hey, Zinzi Ali. Hi, Rolanda Doche. Hi, what is that? Tifa Ray. Hi, sweetie, love you too. Hi, Jackie 1111. Hey, Raspberry Kennedy. She said clink, 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 clink. Hi, hi, Kim from Philly. Hi, Game on Metal on. Hey, boo. Hey, Logan J. So it's Jesse Gomez ain't been on here tonight. I'm gonna kill him. Hey, Kim Heifer. Hi, boo. Good night. Hey, Josephine Familia. I got your package, boo. It's under my tree. Thank you. Hi, Christy Marie. I'm sorry for the people that super chatted. I missed your super chats. I appreciate you and I thank you so much. Hi, Sasha Swan. Hi, Adrian Cobb. Hi, Nasha L. Hey, Desiree Mandro. I got my Josephine Familia and my Christy Marie, right? I got them. And who else? Let's see. Hey, Gears 135. Good night, Kathy. You know what? I just want to make sure that before I end this, that I say a special thank you to Sarah Horton. You did a wonderful job blocking the comments. I saw stuff being blocked left and right. I so appreciate the hard work that you have put into this channel. And I thank you so much for being so faithful to me over the time period. I love y'all so much. Okay. Love y'all. Bye. Auntie's out. Mwah.